That heifer right there just don't even care.
Save yourself now.
Hey, everybody.
Goober.
Hope everybody's having a fine evening, what we were saying.
We're starting off as usual.
Yeah. Just
late, scattered, hitting the wrong buttons.
Well, it was actually on time this time.
Yeah.
But scatterbrain, I guess, if you will. Y'all bear with me just a second, see if I can get this here to cooperate with me.
What?
The internet stuff, technology, all that.
I can't help you there.
Fine work. But yeah, appreciate everybody getting in here. What we got? 25, 30 got in here. Thank y'all. Appreciate everybody. Y'all, tonight we're going by the
seat of our britches.
That's it.
No joke. He pulled that computer out and Mr. Donnie come by.
Yeah.
And that got us.
Yeah.
But no, he pulled that computer out at like 6:22 to start looking for something to talk about. So it's gonna be a good one tonight. Ain't no special guest to save us.
So it's gonna
Not at all.
It's gonna be everybody. We're gonna
What
feed off
did
the
you
chat.
not do, DC? His first comment was, "It was not me. I did not do it." I don't know.
Until then, we'll holler
Somebody
everybody.
got on DC for something.
Right fast. Let's see here. Who would, if I remember right, Grayson got first this go around.
Yep.
Mr. Randy said, hit some buttons. And how did Danae put it?
She's the first she keeper.
The she keeper. That's it.
You see Brian comment? He thought of you at the market today. Saw a guy with a hat that said America.
Yes. Thanks, sir. That's it. Love our country. Thank God for the country that we live in.
That's true.
Even though the and this and that we deal with nowadays. Anyway, moving on. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, brother. I'll be done going down a rabbit hole, and there'll be about 3 people in here before it's over with.
I'm not. I don't have it in me for that tonight.
No.
We ain't going there.
Let me holler at some folks right fast in here. Got Mr. Mike Tangway, Bundy, Miss Kimberly Smith, Mr. Russell Amon, Miss Leona. She's in here.
Our special friend.
Did I get Mike Tangway? Yeah. Okay. Mr. Randy, good to see you, Captain. Hope you're doing well up there, brother. Clay, let me just go and say this real quick about Clay.
Oh, yeah.
Got a message from him that this is good, encouraging stuff.
It was exciting.
Exciting. That's it.
I thought it was.
He messaged us a minute ago, Clay did. He said, hey, any chance you can put my daughter on the prayer list? And she fitting to be having a baby possibly sometime this evening. So I'll tell you, congratulations on that, brother, you and your family.
Absolutely.
The in-laws and the outlaws. What?
You and your comments today.
We'll get on that in a minute. But yeah, hope everything does well for mama and baby, and Laura willing they'll be home quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yes.
Y'all can
everybody healthy.
That's it. Enjoyed it. That new baby. Who else here? Mr. James. No, good to see you, bro. Mr. Mike Conley. Good to see you, Captain.
Our best to see you too, buddy.
That's it. Let's see, we got Lee here. Gotta say, doggone, I'll look at it in a few minutes, but the survey thing, gotta thank Lee for throwing some stuff together for him. To me, it would have taken me a half a day to do what he did, but just a few minutes on the phone. And he's like, well, what do you think about this? How about this one? Y'all like this one?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, bam, bam, bam. I was like, Lee, you're making that right now? He's like, oh, yeah, this ain't nothing. I was like, all right. But got to thank Lee for getting us going on some logo stuff.
Lee said sometimes the outlaws are better than in-laws.
You're right about that.
That's a very true statement, Lee.
Yes. Who else we got in here right fast? Hallelujah Bee Farm, Pastor Larry and Miss Jan.
Because Miss Dionna's got her own chat name now.
That's it. Who am I missing here? Matt Morris, good to see you, bro. Dennis, good to see you. Let me get through here.
Redfish.
Mr. Mark Miller, be safe out there if you got those 18 wheels rolling.
I think he was parked somewhere home since he's in the chat a lot. Most time when he's driving, he just puts in that one comment that says I'm rolling.
Oh, okay. Well, hope so. If y'all are home, hope you're enjoying your day.
James, why are you putting? Oh, but then you put map faces.
I don't know.
The membership thing popped up. I don't know what it's doing.
I don't know what's doing either on that. Cause yeah, James, you've been
You were like our very first member.
Yeah, I think James has been the longest one.
James has wax.
Let's see who else here. Ricky, Redfish, Brian, and Miss Kathy. Let me roll over through here. Brian and Jen. Up there in Colorado. Stone River, good seeing y'all too. If I missed you, I do apologize, y'all. DC? I don't know either. But if they go to getting out of line, y'all know how to handle things up in here.
I don't know how to say hi.
Okay, I got everybody. I think so far. But if I told our week and if I said it was fun, I would be stretching the truth by a lot. It has been challenging.
The people we've been with have been fun.
Yes.
But the rest of us have not.
No, it has. It has. What's say, Miss Joy Rawls? Hope you're doing well.
Okay, Joey.
We was on the phone with Lee last night, and we was like, I didn't get Joey's notification about him going live or anything, and we stayed on the phone, or I was burning Lee's ear up about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Then about the time I finally let Lee get off the phone with me jawing, noticed that Tom and Melissa was, I guess, about 3/4 of the way done with theirs.
At all. Lee told us they went live when Joey didn't.
Yeah, then finally, when I got off the phone and I was going to bed trying to figure out something to look at on TV during bed, I seen Joey's message. It was like 3 hours prior to where he said that he had I think a beekeeping meeting or something to go to.
Oh.
So Tom and Melissa took over and done things on his end last night. But yeah, hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's finally getting some fine weather. Your bees is out moseying around. I'm not going to mention the snow word because every time I do,
it snows somewhere.
Yep, y'all get it in the North Country, so I'm gonna refrain from that. But hopefully, from what I'm seeing, I think many of y'all are finally able to get into your bees a little bit and tinker around.
And then Matt just put in the chat, it's been cold and raining this week.
Yeah.
We finally got a little bit of rain.
We did. We needed.
Or a decent bit of rain, but not near as much as they was calling for.
No, we went a good 2.5 weeks without any kind of rain. And let's see, the other night we got a good shower about 1 o'clock that morning. Got a good rain, but it rained so hard that it just washed off pretty much.
Yeah.
If it wasn't on top of the ground, it didn't soak into the ground very well. But what we got yesterday evening finally was able to get into the ground a little bit. So hopefully that made the plants pretty happy. And
it made my roses happy. So I hope it does the same thing for the fruit.
Yeah, Lord, yeah.
And then maybe we could start seeing some swarms around here.
We got a couple batches of 7 sisters, and we've been waiting about 6 years to see what color one of them was, and it finally started blooming.
Yeah, we did that video last year on it, but it was still the mystery birds.
Yeah,
I remember. It didn't bloom last year, did it?
No, this year is the first year it bloomed, and it finally bloomed, and it's a pink one. But between both the red and the pink 7 sisters, them girls is getting it after that rain last night.
Okay, DC. So, I know, it's killing me. I've only put my suit on like 3 times this year so far. So, no. I mean, I don't know. We hadn't had, like, nobody around here is seeing any kind. I don't think they're swarming yet here for whatever reason. But if we can make some time, we was going to do it yesterday, but then it was bad weather yesterday morning. And then I didn't feel good at all yesterday. But we got to get down to Lance's. He's got a couple colonies we can split and bring the splits here. It's between work and weather. We hadn't had time. Did she get you?
No. Now here's my theory and the small hypothesis on that theory. Okay. I just don't, since we haven't had the rain like we normally would down here. Okay. I don't think that the colonies are growing, but it's just, I'm going to say like a seasonal growth, if you will.
Yeah, like they're not building out crazy like a swarm would.
No, I think it's that the resources around here just haven't turned on good and heavy yet to encourage that full on,
swarm mode.
Yeah, everybody swarm because we got plenty and we can do this and that. That's just my idea. Could be 100% wrong, but I'm thinking that's just
a bummer because we really, really were thinking maybe with all the snow we had that we ain't had however many 20 years or something, that we'd have a good spring. Like it would be good for the all the plants and stuff. But
no rain ain't gonna bring it on. The privet burned up pretty quick. Yeah. It bloomed, but
the tallow is starting to put little tassels off. Yep. So hoping maybe that'll be a good flow. And we'll see. Kind of go from there.
Because we went check traps yesterday at the old place. Empty.
Oh, I'm not enjoying not having bees. No, we made another trip back up there today. I was thinking, man, I want some bees.
We'll get there. It's just the season ain't rocking on like we was really hoping. But I'm gonna say a majority of that is just a simple lack of rain, and the plants hadn't been able to do what they normally would.
Yeah.
So
I'm hoping that's all it is. And once the weather starts cooperating, we'll start having a real bee season. Oh, there's Larimore.
What do you say there? Now that man is getting on some swarms.
Been on it out there.
Yes, sir. We'll keep Larimore there. Many others too, but it seems like Larimore's cup has runneth over.
Way over.
Up there.
It's really fun to watch, though.
Yes. Hope and pray each and every one of you have a great season like that as well.
Everybody. Well, hey, let's see, Rodney. That's kind of a given.
He's lost count.
Yeah. Let's see, who else? Though Joey's been doing pretty good.
He's getting
Philip's
on some
doing good. Sarah's getting on some swarm.
Let me tell you what Philip's got going on, people. Philip is rigging that stuff. I'm telling you. Y'all don't tell him I said that. But Philip is rigging that stuff. He's taking them queens out of them boxes and hot gluing them to the side of those colonies or up underneath them. Oh yeah, he's got a battery powered hot glue gun he carries with him everywhere. He didn't tell me about that one time. And he says he sticks them under there and the bees congregate around just like they was swarming. And then he calls it swarms 7 through 24 as what he's been putting out this last week.
He's gonna fall out of his chair laughing if he watches this Who else? Somebody else was doing really good with swarms. I said Sarah.
Yeah, Sarah's doing good.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them,
Pastor Larry and Miss Jan.
Yep.
I knew there was somebody else doing really good on swarms. A staple gun. Oh wow, Mr. Dan. So that's crazy. You're all the way up there in Pennsylvania and your season's like a month ahead of ours right now.
Mr. Dan. Yesterday, I don't know if you could hear me hollering or not, but it was our yearly go to the reenactment. Mm-hmm. But everybody got scared because a little bit of rain was coming, so they told us nobody was doing nothing. So we rode up to the old place yesterday going to check the swarm traps. And lo and behold, guess what they was doing? They was doing the reenactment.
We drove through. They canceled the festival. But I'd be dog if they wasn't halfway through the battle fight out there.
Sure did. Them cannons was firing off, and I was just...
Oh, he was livid. He was so mad.
I told her, I said, we missed it all.
But he saw them, and he got his hopes up, thinking, well, maybe they put it back on, and he could get his barbecue brisket sandwich. Drove all the way uptown. Ain't nothing happening up there.
No brisket sandwich. Oh yeah, we'll get there.
He said, I heard that cannon shot way up here.
Well, he knew the anger that was in behind that thing.
Yeah.
Frustrations. But all the traps are still there. I need to, I guess, hit them a little more with the lure. But
yeah. Keith may not be killing it like everybody else with swarms, but boy, he's doing it with honey this year. He said he pulled 47 supers. No, gallons. 47 gallons today and put the wet supers back on for refill. That is insane, but that's awesome.
Well, he put it's either a video or picture. His pickup truck.
Loaded down.
And that truck was loaded down. I was like,
oh, I think on the Book of Faces, maybe?
That may be where it was. Yep. Show it to me. Amen that, DC.
I think he might have decided to fill our cup with puppies instead of bees this year, DC.
No, we'll get there. It's just things you got to get crunk on up, because even like far as looking locally on the book of faces, and there isn't nobody talking about, I got a swarm in my yard, because usually people hit us up and say, hey,
constantly.
Oh, so-and-so, they got something down there, holler at them, this and that, and ain't none of that even happened yet this year, nor has any law enforcement or first responders contacted us. And I'm going to say between 2 counties,
somebody would have.
Yeah, something should have happened. But hopefully with the tallow coming in here for too long, it'll probably be, let's see, the tassels are straight up in the air right now. They're not.
They're little too. They ain't even an inch long yet.
No. So maybe about a week and a half to 2 weeks, the popcorn tree or tallow will be starting to crank on up. So we'll see.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
But the good news is I checked the weather today, like the forecast or whatever, and it's a chance of rain. I think the lowest chance I seen was like 20%, but every day for the next week, we got at least a chance of rain. So even if we get some hit and miss showers, it'll still help out.
Well, I'm sure hoping so, because what was it? Tuesday or Wednesday and Thursday, we're supposed to have like 70, 80% both days. So, Lord willing, we'll get just good spring showers to saturate the ground, let the plants get what they need, and let nature do what it does. Then I must say, I believe after that, we'll start seeing that gradual rise on more and more swarms after that.
Lord willing.
Oh, yeah, Lee.
That's not good.
You better get them Bayou Nikes ready. You got a pair of them around there?
Kayaks.
Them babies too, in case you got to check the mail. Well, DC, you doing good this year, coming into spring, and your numbers looking good, and looking at your videos, and you're coming along real good, and I hope you get that spring flow that you've been looking for, and finally get you some spring honey going on. But what else I got here going on? You want to do the prayer list before we get too far, and I get into? Don't have a subject, we'll open it up. If not, we'll chit chat and see where it goes. And go from there. There he is, right there. Oh, Texican, one of them. The one.
Oh boy.
The one not staging those swarms.
Him, Hannah, and onlookers. It's not bee people anymore. Okay. Get this opened up.
Joe's saying he has to pull honey off about 5 of his strong colonies this week. So good deal, brother, over in Louisiana.
Lee, if I could reach you through this computer, I'd dump my hot coffee on you.
Go ahead before I get off on the M's. Go ahead.
What?
Nothing. Just go.
Okay. All right. We got Mr. Mark and Miss Crystal, Ed and his family, Mr. Pat, Miss Deb, Mike Tangway and his family, DC's parents, baby Luca, Deanna and Reed Wheeler, Rachel Wilson, her sister Amanda, and their niece Riley, Philip's mama, his friends BJ and his wife, Bobby's Bees and his family, the Gandy family, Hillbilly Earl and his family, our favorite Miss Leona, Steve Amos and his family, PJ Hanley and his family, Catherine's son and their family, Sarah and her family, Mr. Randy's mother-in-law, Miss Janae Wood, Kenneth and Chris Wilkinson, Terry Bertland, Redfish's wife, Miss Janet, Kimberly Schmidt and her whole family. Let's see, Kenneth Allen, Miss Dolores, Peppa Rookie, Denny Ray, Keith Larimore's wife, Miss Brenda, James Creel, Steve-O, Rodney Middleton, Kathy Baker's friend, Miss Williams, Philip's cousin's daughter-in-law, Mary Beth Hobbs, Lee's cousin, Stephanie Riley, Dan Garrison's daughter, Brother Sammy and Miss Jolynn, and Clay Bunner's daughter, and hopefully brand new grandbaby coming tonight. Let's see.
You got it there? Yeah. If there's anybody we need to add to or take away from, let us know, and we'll surely do so.
Mhm.
Let's see. Got the update from Lee
Mhm.
the other day. Many
Did
of
you
y'all,
post?
many of y'all seen the post on it, and talking to him last night. Hopefully, should be home pretty quick.
Mhm.
But yeah, hopefully up Honeystone. Good to see you. Who else? There was somebody else I just seen in here. Been a little while. Highland Honey.
Yeah.
Good to see you. I appreciate everybody coming in and chit chatting and supporting. We'll see where it goes, whether we derail or get off onto an actual subject. But I'm fixing to open it.
Derail. It's just a matter of when.
I'm gonna open this chat on up for a rarity right now. And y'all want to come in? Come on. If not, like I said, we'll go wherever it takes us.
Don't just be onlookers, y'all. He posted it.
Did it go? Okay. But all in all, the swarm out there, I need to get some video for y'all to show them what they're doing. But those little girls, they meandering around real good.
Mhm.
It's been over a month now, so we've had our first round of brood. And we're starting to get just a little bit of bearding at nighttime on that bunch. And right now, as we got on them, is just a deep 10 frame deep for brood chamber. And one day, at a mad rush, seeing that privet starting to bloom a few weeks ago, we threw a medium on for a super, but it has been several days since I've been out there and checked on them.
Lamar, I hate to hear that. I'll absolutely add her though.
Yes, sir. Sure will. Keith Larimore. Let me go back through here. Alan said they had a swarm moving into an empty box. And I was at the store today when they done it. I had a swarm move into an empty box. Wow. At the store today. I'll let you finish jotting it down before I go carrying on too much more. Okay. Oh, thinking of that, seeing Joey's message in there. Has everybody gotten their stuff yet? I know Mr. Mike Conley got his. Chris got his. Mr. Randy got his. Todd. Somebody. Miss Pastor Larry. Miss Leon got hers. And tell Danae what Miss Leona was saying, because Danae missed her message a while ago, I believe.
Oh, you didn't see Miss Leona's message, Danae? I can't say it as sweet as she did. You'll have to go back and watch it again, but She called. She wanted to thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I get nobody else knows, I guess, but when we done the giveaway and Danae won the little honeybee sign, she texted me as soon as the live was over and told me to send it to Miss Leona because Miss Leona didn't win. So Miss Leona called, but she wanted you to know that she really, really appreciated that. Okay, Larry sent her a screenshot. Good deal.
Okay.
I told you she could say it better now.
Okay.
But it was really sweet.
Awesome. But if you haven't received your stuff from us,
It should all be really close, if not there.
yeah, shoot me an email and I'll
We will check into it.
yeah, I'll give you the tracking number on what it was, and we'll see about where it is. But at the latest, if you didn't, I'm gonna say you should be receiving it either tomorrow or Tuesday because we finally got everything out early last week. Where was that? The swarm out there.
I'm sorry.
I was out there looking at them a while ago after we got home, and I'm gonna tell you what. Even though all that rain we got yesterday evening, and everything was still kind of dampish this morning when we got up. But by the time we got home from the church house, and I went out there looking at them when we got here, buddy, them little girls was bringing in by the little bucket loads of pure, just some pretty white pollen and some showing up bright yellow. So they getting it, which is
slowly but surely.
Yep. Once again, but
it's like we're moving at a turtle pace, but we're moving.
We're moving. That's all we're gonna. As long as we're moving, don't want to rush. But yeah, we just kind of sitting on ready. See where it goes, how it goes.
Bouncing up and down on the ready button.
Well, because what I've done is on top of all my tools in the truck, the work truck.
Now we have bee suits and the bee vac, and Hannah's squished in that seat like a sardine.
Yeah, so we're constant. It's like every morning and every evening.
I have to unload the bee stuff off the top of the tools and then dive in and dig for tools and then load it all back up. But it's going to be worth it when we start getting calls for swarms.
I was trying to. Well, I was going to put my feet up, but
well, Stella's blocking the.
She is.
She don't want to go in that room and wake them puppies up. No, we need like a whole honeybee truck. It's pathetic. There was a box in the back of the truck. There was 2 boxes in the Hummer we was carting around for forever. He finally got that out so we could carry food to church this morning.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll get there. What else going on in here?
I don't know.
What else? I'm trying to think of anything else going on
Let that dog out.
In the area. Oh yeah.
You got the sweetie.
Well, I got a toolbox. I just got to get the thing on there so I can transfer the tools from the inside of the truck to the toolbox. And then we'll have more room in the back of the truck for the beekeeping equipment. But if I can ever get her to get that blasted toolbox on the back of that truck for me and load it and put all the tools up nice and neat.
I found the toolbox and bartered for you and rode with you to go pick it up. But I can't lift that thing on the back of the truck.
Yes, you can. Just pick up one side.
What do they say these days? I'm just a girl.
Ain't no boss babe, huh?
No.
Independence.
No. I won't never be that kind of person.
Oh, that truck loaded down to the gill with tools and stuff. But like I said, we'll get it moved over when if she'll ever get that toolbox on the truck for me. Put up. I was trying to get her to repaint it because it was kind of like a hand-me-down toolbox. Somebody got off an old truck.
This dog.
Take Jasper outside, please, for just a sec. Technical difficulties a second. The beekeeping community's
It's not
dog.
a technical difficulty until you smell
Mm. Yes, thank you. But, let me run this through here real fast. What y'all got going on in these comments? Well, we appreciate you, Mr. Russell, but Jasper will be running everybody out of the room right now. And I'm woo. Mr. Roy. Now I like that idea. 'Cause I drove them things. Well, many of y'all know I drove them things for 100 years. And that would be that's a good thought. If I ever hit the lottery, what do people say? Like, you'll know I hit the lottery without me telling y'all I hit the lottery. That'll be one of them things right there. I appreciate you putting that in my brain, Mr. Roy. Ooh, I don't know what it is, Mr. Dan, but it's loud. I'll just put it like that. There you go, DC. Yeah, like one of them old 1960s eras, old station wagon type deal. She fed him fried. I didn't see that comment. I didn't know she fed him leftover fried catfish. I'd have ate that today. Gunline bee busters. There we go. But yeah, Lee, I'll be in touch with you for another logo. That could be a cool logo too. Put the whole ambulance on there or something. Whoop, yeah. Thank you there, Mr. Roy. But let's see. Get back up here and see what some of y'all getting into real fast. I know most about everybody right now is either swarming it, getting ready for the swarms, or like Keith Spillman and looking like Joey over there. Y'all already pulling some supers, which is a good deal. What you say, Earl? Good to see you there. We appreciate you, brother. Love y'all too. Love our whole beat community. They some fine folks in this beat community. I will say that. uh, but yeah, I know there ain't too much really. I guess if you're trying to get your splits going, go and get them puppies ready. Get ahead of things. Get those frames waxed up. And hopefully, whatever splits folks go to doing this year will be doing pretty good too. But I was reading earlier in some of the comments, it says some of y'all ain't even seeing drones yet, but some of y'all are saying you got purple eyes. So I just guess it's kind of a mix between here, there, and yonder. Cat without the hat. Absolutely. saying, y'all rock, much love. Got a hive with no queen, had to split. Is it a good idea to put young brood in there? Yeah, but if you're queenless, the main gig is make sure you get them day old, no more than a couple day old eggs, and they're on them. That way they'll draw you out a couple queen cells and get that queen back, or get that colony back queen right for you here for too long. But yeah, absolutely won't hurt to put you some brood in there. But main thing is try to get those eggs in. That way, in the next few weeks coming up, you won't get in a bind with the potential of a laying worker or anything like that. You can stay ahead of all that mess, not have to contend with that battle. Because once you start getting that laying worker going on there, it's kind of difficult to get that adjusted. But absolutely. Well, that's crazy. Richard says, I have not seen a swarm in Lorain County since the early 70s. Ooh, been a little while. Usually we don't have, I mean, even here at the house, which we back in no man's land, they ain't long got it to where sunshine can be pumped in up here. But a lot of times the swarms, we didn't even really have to leave the house because we would have swarms just come into here. And the main thing we just had to make sure of is that we had an extra box or two setting out just in case. And like I said, a good, I'll say 90% of our swarms that we would say catch, if you will, that they would just fly right in here to the yard, find them a empty space and post up right there. But cat without the hat, I guess kind of going back on that for a second, if you can't get them to draw out no queen cell, just find a local beekeeper or talk to some folks that know somebody that's trustworthy and get you a queen, get you a mated queen for a little bit of nothing, and just go ahead and introduce her right on in there if you can't get them to draw out no kind of queen cells for you. Because we were speaking to somebody about this not too long ago. We had one colony a few years back. We went through and we done three frame splits in the horizontal hives. And in each of the horizontal hives, you can put three different colonies or rearrange it however you want to. But this particular year, we had three different colonies in the one horizontal hive and done them all at the same time. Well, two of them, wasn't no time. They drew them queen cells out. Here we go. Well, the one colony, they just absolutely refused to draw out anything, any kind of queen cells. So we let it rock on for a minute, put them another thing of fresh eggs and brood in there, switch all one out, check them again in a few days. Wouldn't draw out. Like I said, this rocked on 2 or 3 different times. Then finally, I got to the point and said, look, if y'all ain't going to do nothing, then we're just going to let y'all go. And one of the last times, we dropped that last run in there and checked them again. I think about a week and a half later, went in there and checked to see if they were drawing out anything. And sure enough, finally, they drew out the cells. And for the ones of you that's seen it, the picture we showed from time to time of the horizontal hive with all the bees just covering literally the front of that one horizontal hive, that was the end result of what took place that season. So they'll do it, but sometimes they can be a little cantankerous about making things happen on our time, if you will. What happened?
Your dog.
Oh.
Acting crazy.
You see Carl's message there?
No.
Carl and his two big brats
Mm-mm.
said Hannah Haley is going to drop in and say hi.
Okay. Good deal.
So we appreciate y'all watching too. You and Caleb there. What a whole bunch. I imagine it's mom and daddy and the whole crew a lot of times watching. We appreciate
We
y'all.
try to keep it family friendly. Well, Stephen, no, because we hadn't even got our season started yet.
Okay, good deal, Cat Loud Hat. You got your colonies already set, and yeah, just try that. Give them a week and a half or so.
Oh, yeah,
Kind
I
of
just saw theirs. Definitely a good idea.
crack the lid. Give them a week, see if they're drawing out, and just kind of go from there. But Steven says, anybody else burn out already in this
That's what
season?
I'm saying. Ours ain't even started yet. We're chomping at the bit just to get some bees.
Oh, let me back up here. Mr. Russell, what they talking about?
Bears.
Bears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Already done 10 cutouts and 5 swarms. I bet you are wore out. But Stephen, where are you at? Like, what state are you in? I don't know if he's as hot as we are.
I will say though, don't get me wrong. Them cutouts could just they're just a job within themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, we don't have the record, say like old Dirt Rooster does by any means.
No.
We've done a few, but
I enjoy them though. I really do.
we'll get in the bees part. But we do construction all day, every day, almost, or 5 days a week. I try not to work on the weekends anymore. We kind of cut that out of our schedule because used to we was going 7 days a week, and it just got to no. We need time to ourselves and leave work at work.
Cutouts keep my beekeeping hobby relatively cheap. You're right about that.
Indeed.
They can definitely compensate on the cost.
Oh.
Okay, so he's near Memphis. So
Okay.
you feel the heat and humidity like we do.
Mm-hmm. Philip says he passed out on a cutout over the weekend.
No, I passed on a cutout.
Oh, okay, my bad. I'm going to say, Lord, Philip, you dehydrated, bro?
That ain't no fun. I can't. I'm having trouble acclimating this year. I already got dehydrated one time. Took me a half a jar of pickle juice to get back right.
Now I gotta send a text message of what you told me to do the other day for Dirt Rooster. Let him know we're officially back on this side of the pond.
Mm-hmm.
But now we'll go do them. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, we'll go do them.
It's just I'm kind of tempted in some ways to tell them, look, we'll come get the bees, but you may have to find you a handyman or somebody to put this back together for you. Now I won't destroy what I'm going to tear apart by any means.
Now, I wouldn't complain about that, not having to do the construction part. Just go get the bees. Mr. Roy.
Do it in the fall, man.
Hey, we did, though. We come really close to getting to go to Washington for a job. But there's a couple that they were one of our very first customers when we started 9 years ago, 10 years ago.
Been about 10 years now.
Yeah. But they, like, her husband's from Washington State, and she grew up, like, has always lived down here. But they have a home in Washington where they spend the better part of the year. They stay up there when it's hot down here. But they wanted a kitchen remodel, and we've done a lot of work for them here. But they have like they live on like an apple orchard place up there, and they have like a totally separate little, like, a mother-in-law cottage up there. And they told us, they're like, if y'all will come do this, that we will fly you out there, we'll fly your tools out there, y'all can stay in the cottage, and we'll make a week of it. And they're more like friends than customers, but we couldn't then. My mama was really sick then, and it just kind of never happened. But we were that close to going on a working vacation.
Yeah, especially whenever because I told them, I said, yeah, I mean, we'd be happy to help y'all, but y'all, I have to buy all new tools and use them for that one job. Then we won't be able to fly all that stuff back and this and that. And it was like, oh, don't worry, Tim. You just put all your tools in a toolbox and we'll have everything flown up there. And I was like,
so you can do that?
Yeah.
I don't think you could fly stuff like nail guns and stuff.
You got me on that one. But
Mr. Roy said, I got a tent for you. Hey, I have no problem sleeping in a tent at all.
I'm not a glamper, so you ain't got to worry about that. I'll rub some sticks together, make a fire to hold a shoot match. Don't you worry, we've been there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I bet that was cool, DC. He got a working vacation doing a cabin remodel.
They showed us some pictures of the place. I mean, it's a beautiful, I don't know what you'd really call the place. Apple orchard. Well, they call it the orchard is what they call it. But it's a really pretty place up there.
Did you see Lee's message?
No.
He said they say they're going to release his cousin from the hospital tomorrow.
Okay. Well, update, y'all. Just got a message from Lee here saying they're going to release his cousin from the hospital tomorrow.
No, we got a message from Lee an hour and a half ago.
Oh, was it?
Like right after, I guess right after you said that. Or no, right before we started, 6:30.
Oh, okay.
They're going to release her tomorrow. And Mr. Mark got his prize.
All right, Mr. Mark
That's
Miller.
awesome, Mr. Mark.
Got your text. Well, them babies look good out there with them chickens. I like that. Let's see if we can get it. Will it show?
They're cuter than I thought.
Y'all hear them puppies? Another week and a half, y'all can start coming get them things.
They woke up.
Oh, let's see if I can get that to look. That ain't gonna show the stepping stones real good. There's Mr. Mark stepping stones out there with his iron chickens.
That is really good to hear, Lee. I hate we didn't see your message before we did the prayer list. We could have told him that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see a puppy today?
Let me get back up here. If you're gonna go get one of them, I'm gonna see Brian and Jen's comment. Said a lady today asked me if we sold our honey in bulk. The man said the fine bulk, 5-gallon bucket. No. Smart thinking, my man. Hang on to it. I'll sell it to you by the pint or quart, but I can't sell it to you by the gallon or the 5 gallons. Gallon, that's the max.
I'm gonna get Julie.
Oh, yeah.
Since they're the night wants to show them.
Get back up here. Darren, y'all got on some bad weather, huh? Storm done knocked y'all power out up here on the way.
And they're chewing on each other. I got that.
All right, Cat. Have a good evening, Captain.
I got 2 of them, y'all. These 2 was wrestling with each other.
Oh, they are.
Alright, this is Jethro. He kind of looks like Button. He's marked like her.
There you go. There's old Jethro.
Mm-hmm. He's the fattest one. This is Jubal. He looks just like his daddy.
Yes, lots of Jasper in that
He
one.
acts just like him too. He's starting to get little Jasper spots coming up everywhere though. They're sweet. Oh, Highland honey, they are way too sweet. There is so much sweetness going on.
They're finding their
voices and their little wobbly legs.
Yeah, they're growling and starting to try to wrestle and fight with each other now. So it's pretty funny.
That's
It's still cute
too.
right now. Grown man cute. Y'all remember that one?
Grown man. I know, DC. I'm gonna have like a whole little puppy family going on here.
Now here you Carl. Carl said we putting 300 pounds into the two creamers for the next upcoming events. So, yes, sir.
Oh.
Hopefully y'all sell out at each event too, bro.
Danae, you keep telling me you'll take 2 and then following it up with just kidding.
Well, Danae, it's went from, well, we're going to keep one to me agreeing to, well, there's one I want to keep out of the bunch. So we agreed, okay.
But
2.
I had already picked 2, boy.
And then now it's turned into.
Maybe Jethro too.
Yeah, well, what about one more? So.
Just in case.
It's not going to be long for the line has to be drawn.
No, that's it.
Make your pick.
I may not even keep Jethro. Definitely keeping Jubal though. He's too much like Jasper.
Good deal, Carl. Hope it keeps on going good for y'all. We was talking.
Let me go put them up because they're just licking me to death.
Mr. Donnie, he was buying some.
Keep the pack together buttons.
We run into Mr. Donnie at one of the grocery stores, the old Hoggly Woggly around here, and he had picked up some raw honey that was on the shelves in the grocery store, and I got to looking at it, reading on it, and it come from, where was it? Slidell, I think it said on there, Slidell, Louisiana. But he had picked up a thing of hot honey with the regular runny honey, because that same business or company, whoever it was, had some hot honey there. And he's like, I've never tried this hot honey stuff. What do y'all think about it? We was like, Mr. Donnie, hot honey's pretty doggone good, especially, as much as y'all like to grill out and all that. Put it on whatever you want to, but everybody we talk to says they really enjoy it, cooking on the grill with some chicken or something, then loading it down whenever you pull it off the grill. He said, well, I'm going to try some. I said, well, don't buy any just in case you don't like it, because we got 2 or 3 up here at the house that y'all have sent to us, and Carl being one of them. And Darren, he sent us some of his, and who else? What, Spanky? Spanky sent us some of his hot honey. Well, Ed too. There's somebody else. I'm missing. And I do apologize. But there are about 4 or 5 of you that sent us some. But I told him to try it out. If you like it, then we'll see about if we can get you some made.
Here.
Pretty cool. I hear about your fussing. Yeah.
No, that's fun.
Oh, well, she's mad.
Well, you gonna get into your reading stuff?
Well, I can, but let me see. Earl says I bought and filled some 4-ounce little mason jars for my arm off at $10 each. For the mason jars? Are jars going up? I ain't even priced jars.
He's selling them for $10.
Okay.
What? the size Philip puts in his little gift baskets.
Yeah.
He's got those and
Oh,
selling them.
okay.
He's like, people can't get them quick enough. He's selling them at $10 a piece.
Oh, Lord, yeah. They'd be on that like that.
Mm-hmm. Don't.
I'm not.
Gosh. Yeah, what you expecting stuff?
I was fixing to.
You and your mouth is going to give me a heart attack today.
I created some trouble at the church house today. I created strife within the church.
And it was horrible.
Well, I was not expecting things to go down as it did, but undoubtedly it went down just like that. But we'll tell that story whenever we derail. We'll keep on with the beat chat here in a few minutes, but okay, a lot of folks. I see Brian's comment. Eugene asking, where do you get the 2x4 containers? He said, oh, you got 4x4. But Brian there saying he used Blue Sky Bee Supply. Nice packaging, helps justify. Is that, Brian, is that the little cutout deals that you sent to us? How everything was cut out all nice and neat whenever you sent the cream honey and all that for the year before last? If that be the case, Brian using their little foam stuff that they send, what have you. I mean, they have things neatly packaged, as he's saying there. You ain't got to worry about jars bouncing back and forth in a box or any of that mess.
Yeah, we were impressed with the way it was packaged for sure.
All right, Lee, take care, bud. I guess it. Yeah, you headed out for the evening. I did get your message, so I'm gonna be checking on that. What we was discussing yesterday on health benefits. I appreciate you sending that to me. But
are you gonna wait for another show here?
I'm thinking maybe so because
see, he said Blue Sky sounds like a Democrat. Here we go. The derailing begins.
oh wait, the Blue Origin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kissed the ground and I liked it. Anyway.
Oh my word. Really?
I couldn't help. He put it out there. Where's that going?
I don't know.
Oh, you was talking about my subject. I had a piece for bee venom and what actually is bee venom, the properties and the whole makeups and this and that. And like I said, we sat around here in fellowship with Mr. Donnie until
5:45.
Yeah, it was pretty close. So I wasn't able to dive in as far as I was wanting to. I got a few things, but I may save that for next week if we don't have anybody. And go from there. Because what I was reading on that, I don't know if anybody else kind of like read in depth, unless you've been through, I guess maybe like a beekeeper's class on that. The actual properties and whatnot.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Will it show?
I don't know.
Come on. It will not. Let me see if I can do it this way. Okay.
I don't know why you can't get that thing to go away.
Yes, sorry, Joker. Don't tell me it just posted that link. Y'all don't worry about it. Never mind. I'm gonna quit pushing buttons. Yeah, don't.
We're trying to make it go away on the screen so he can hit the little doodads to put them up on the screen where people can see.
But thank you, Clay. I appreciate it. Once I figure out how to get rid of that thing.
Can I delete that comment?
What thing?
Where it posted?
No, it just takes it to the link.
Oh no.
But
that.
if you're looking to do StreamYard, the paid version, I'll just put that out there.
Buttons is back.
That's it. Yes.
Oh, there we go.
You fix it?
Boom.
Okay, there we go.
Well, I deleted that.
StreamYard's gonna be upset.
Oh, Lee to the rescue again. He said, I'll check your background for you.
Thank you, man.
You're just awesome, Lee.
I don't know why it just it does that thing. What it said? Oh, there's two of you in there. I'm sorry,
What?
Oh, did I get no? Huh? There we go.
Y'all.
Oh, they found it.
Yeah, Carl just texted us. Go check that.
Sorry, y'all.
Hang on, let me turn the volume
They're
up.
looking for you.
There you go. All the way. Hey, Haley and
Go on,
Caleb.
talk, Haley.
Put her on the spot, Dad.
Yep. Talk to her.
Hi. Hi.
How's it going?
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all look like you're ready for bed.
They're going real soon.
Yeah.
It's real serious.
Well, y'all are almost out of school, aren't you? For the summer?
Yeah.
It's got to be getting close now.
Yeah.
June. Oh, I thought y'all got out in May.
No, we're a little later.
Tell her you're a little later. We're in the north.
Oh, whole nother world, huh?
Well,
Yeah,
doggone,
new world.
because the kids down here get out next week.
I think so. Yeah, like
Yep.
graduation's the 15th. Well, have y'all been in the bees lately?
Tell her.
Hmm?
Tell her what's going on with bees.
Mm-hmm.
We've been splitting like crazy.
Really?
Splitting,
The
splitting,
yard's
splitting.
growing.
Yep, with a bad winter, we've been splitting like crazy and working them out.
Good deal. So y'all
See,
gonna make
Brian's
more
in here.
honey.
Say hi to Brian.
I got a story really quick. I called Carl about a week ago. Someone answered the phone. It
Oh,
wasn't Carl.
Oh no.
oh, well, who is
Yeah.
this? 'Cause I remember sending a message to Brian, and I
Yeah.
never got this information, Brian, that you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh,
Was
no.
it a girl or a boy, Brian?
It was a much younger voices than Carl's. I'm guessing. No, I think your
Did you
first
hear?
guess was right, Carl. Your first guess was right. So even you might not have gotten that message that time, but I am letting you know I did call you back, and I do still want to talk to you. At that point.
Yep. You see that? It all comes out in the
Yeah,
turn,
busted.
right?
You got it,
Oh.
girl.
It was hilarious. She answered the phone in like the silly voice. I could tell it was a silly kid moment, right? And I'm like, tell your dad, is this Haley? Maybe, tell your dad that Brian called. And I was like, yeah, he's not going to get this message.
Oh, Haley caught.
You got
sounded,
it, Haley.
sounded like she had a fun time.
You didn't know who it was. It was Brian. You see, he just told you it was Brian.
No
I
worries,
know.
Haley.
Well,
No
he
worries.
just told you.
I just wanted to come on and help out Eugene a little bit and show him our comb honey packaging.
Look
And
at
I
that.
think Russell's right. You can get it on Better Bee as well. So we use the solid plastic. These are the 2x4s. We use a clear sticker that goes over this way. That's a 2x4 that holds the lid on. We like the clear sticker so you can see the product really nicely. And it's got like the little nubs on the bottom of it and the little indentations on the top so you can stack them really nicely and they don't slide around at all. So I just wanted to hop in and show that to you guys so you can see we've got our label, little bit of information there, little bit of information there, and then just our logo on front. So we are firm believers in packaging honey like it's the special product that is. And putting it in a really nice packaging allows us to justify our top shelf prices, and it allows us to kind of elevate honey to that special product that we think it is. So I just wanted to come on and show you guys that, and then I'll let you guys get back to talking to Carl and Haley.
We
Awesome.
appreciate you, Brian.
Yeah, I hope that helps people out thinking about comb honey. And the last thing I want to say too is people think about your prices this year. If you're selling stuff, the cost of everything is going up. So it is okay to say, hey, cost of sugar's going up, the cost of gasoline's going up, the cost of wood is going up. All of my input costs as a beekeeper are going up. And if you want to support a local beekeeper, that's what it means. And I know it's a really tough thing to do, but that's the way we're all dealing with life these days. So don't be afraid to do that. You've got to be able to survive, right? And if you can't charge enough money to survive, then you're not going to be there as a beekeeper. But
No, Brian's right.
for the night.
Going crazy.
Say it again, Carl.
It's all going crazy. It really is. I mean, you have to support that price. There's no doubt about it.
Well,
I mean, we're going back to glass, and here's the crazy thing: is plastic and glass have almost equalized in price. And it's really a weird market right now. So you have to take advantage of it because people appreciate glass, and there's pros and cons from each way, but you have to take it and make it work.
Absolutely. I
agree. You have to take advantage of it and make it work the way it works best for you.
Now, I haven't seen, Carl, I've been at a market today and yesterday. I haven't seen people holding on to their wallets really tightly. Have you seen that at all?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I have not. It's been really funny because you hear people talking, but they're still spending.
Yeah. And I think part of it too is supporting local and supporting Americans, and part of supporting American companies is supporting local. So even though people might be feeling that, they're like, oh, local. Yeah, we want to put our money in these places. So I'm excited. Like you and Russell and I were talking about in the chat, I'm excited for the year. I think it's going to be a great year for all of us. And with that, I'm exhausted. So I'm going to listen.
No, I appreciate that because after yesterday, I mean, it was the best market we ever had, ever.
Congrats.
I mean, we almost doubled our market price yesterday.
Right.
But I mean, and the killer was we were on a back street where people are just coming in and going out. We weren't even on the best street.
Yeah.
And we did better than we ever did. And it's really weird the way people are talking, but yet spending.
Yeah.
It's
right. I'm gonna get going. I'll let you guys keep talking. Have a good night.
No problem. And then I hear in the background my wife saying, it's after 9 o'clock. The kids have to go.
Yeah. Well, thank y'all for dropping in, Haley. It was good to see y'all.
Yep, this is Haley's project. She worked all weekend on.
Oh, hang on. Let me make it big where we can see it.
Yep. Go ahead.
Oh,
yeah.
You painted it too?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let me look at it on that one. See it better. Auto. Is that what it says? Auto?
Yep. Auto.
That is too cute, Haley. You did good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tell your daddy to show you the chat.
I'm going to tell her to go to bed.
There you go. Or you get
before mom starts yelling at me.
Yeah. You'll all be in trouble.
All right, Caleb, say good night.
Good night,
Haley, good night.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for dropping in, y'all.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, say good night.
Y'all take care.
Good night.
All right, here, say good night, nice.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, buddy. We can hear you that time.
All right.
See y'all later.
All right. Guys, thanks for having me on that.
Anytime.
So let's get back into the regular bee chat and that.
Let's do it.
So
I'm gonna say this is just me on the with the prices having to go up
Mm-hmm.
on materials in the beekeeping world, whether it's jars, equipment, so on and so forth. I'm gonna say like most of the customers, most of the people that actually get raw honey from a local beekeeper. Now I could be 100% wrong again, but
get going.
uh,
All right, guys. I'll catch you later.
all right,
I
Carl,
gotta
y'all
chase
take care.
these.
No, you're good.
But
Oh my gosh.
I really don't think, say, if folks have to go up $1 or $2 or whatever, you have to fluctuate your price, as long as you just don't get greedy in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say going up a couple dollars probably really won't have to be much of an issue to worry with, because a lot of people that we talk to,
A lot of people want to support small local business people too,
and
especially now.
that's great.
Mm-hmm.
That as we should support local business and everything we do, instead of big corporation making millions of dollars off the mom and pop places, if you will. But
Mm-hmm.
just like talking to people that get honey from us, they kind of seem, even though they've never done anything in beekeeping, they kind of have a sense of understanding that they don't know what the work is, but they know there's hard work that goes into the whole.
You like to think that, but then it's like you run into people that think the bees are the reward for doing the cutout.
Well,
You know? Hey, Earl.
what's that, Earl?
This mic working all right?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Loud and clear.
Awesome.
How you doing?
That's cool. I've been doing great. Loaded up a few jars of honey today. Made me a split just off of that one big hive that I had. Man, they was huge. I had 2 deeps full of bees and going. I got into the honey super, and it looked like I was down into the into the brood and stuff. So I said, man, I'm gonna have to do something about this. I split them, and I believe I was able to make another 10 frame deep full colony and with them, so that was pretty good.
Absolutely.
I wish I had some of them jars in here so I could show you what I done.
You what?
He said he wish he had some of the jars in here.
Oh,
So if not, we got time. We got here. Go ahead.
Y'all was right though. I was copying Phil's idea right there. That's how come I put down below it. It was his engineering that got me to do it. But I think that's a great idea. There's no way I would sell honey in bulk when I can sell 4 ounces for $10.
yeah.
That's and plus it's spring honey, and everybody seems to want to tear your arm off for that spring honey.
Mm-hmm.
But I have fallen in love with kudzu in the fall. That's good stuff. I love it.
What? Kudzu?
Kudzu.
Kudzu.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know kudzu put anything on.
I never have caught it before. Last year, I guess what had happened was the yellow flowers and the kudzu together, it made a dark honey, but you shine a light on it or any light penetrated it, it had that purple hue to it. But the taste, wow, it was so good. It was, I mean, we killed a gallon pretty quick.
Wow. I learned something new.
We've got a little bit of kudzu. But for the most part, what I used to think was kudzu was not kudzu. It was just wild, or where somebody lived on that land 100 dozen years ago and had, either green or purple scopolamine on there, and it just got out of control throughout the years and took up kind of like what we dealt with when we first moved in. But actual kudzu has the bigger leaves on them.
Yeah, we
Clay said
and
it
here in the
tastes
mountains, especially. Sorry.
No, go
better.
ahead.
Here in the mountains, you know, especially in Appalachia, I mean, from Bob Benny all the way to me and on up, kudzu is pretty prevalent. There's some places where it just looks like it took over the forest and growed over the trees. It's wild to look at. But last year was the first I ever had any significant, you know, fall honey that, you know, I actually liked. And that kudzu really done the trick. And I don't know if I'll be able to catch that again, but I sure am hoping so.
Yeah.
Which I hate to be the guy in spring wishing for fall. That ain't good, but
I'm gonna have to check it out because Ricky's saying there. He said they think it makes the purple honey in North Carolina up there.
it's big in North Carolina.
So, Earl, do you agree with Clay? Do you taste a little grape flavor in it?
That's what I love most about it. Bob Benny said it best when he said it tastes like that grape knee-high pop.
Really?
But it's like, you know, usually those that goldenrod has that real, you know, a heavy punch to it. Now, it mellowed that out and turned it into something else. I wouldn't have took it for my spring honey, and I love my spring honey. By the way, I got y'all some, so when I come down and we meet up, I'll have you some honey from Earl here.
Ooh,
And I won't give you the little jars neither. I'll give you the big jars.
Kudzu, I believe.
Don't ask me to spell stuff.
But a lot of that, they use that old kudzu up there in the mountains and stuff like that back in the day. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But kind of like to help with erosion and stuff like that, they thought
it would help hold the land.
It would help hold the land, but in the long run, it just takes over the land.
It does take over. It's a high protein cattle feed too. That it can be fed to cattle. It's a high protein cattle feed. They make those anti-drinking drugs that keeps people from drinking alcohol. It's also made from kudzu, and the old timers around here make kudzu jelly out of the flowers.
Really? I've never heard of that either.
Well, most people don't look at the kudzu and see just how much it does flower, but it kind of flowers, but it hides behind those old big leaves, and there's just a ton of blue flowers when you get in there looking. And I sure hope I get into that again this year. It was awesome. You'll see.
Wasn't kudzu.
No, that's just old scopolamine that was here 150 years ago when they had the old prison camp and all that here. You remember where Abby was living on Chunchula Road? Okay. Remember that viney stuff, like on her property line? That was
fall and fall and fall.
Yes.
Okay.
That was actual kudzu, the big wide leaf stuff.
This is off topic. Did you see Brian's comment? Does anybody else buckle up their everything be back in the back seat like a toddler? I think you
I don't reckon I got one of them fancy youngins.
I do keep it where it ain't bouncing around so much in the back of the truck, but
no, that thing just gets stowed in the back seat.
I do try to take care of that puppy, especially with the cost of one of them rascals, because
we saved a while to buy that.
We did.
If you get a bee back, you got to use it. And next thing you know, you're working more than you want to.
That's the fun part. You're allergic to work.
I'm too old to work now. I quit it. If it ain't the bees or the garden, I don't do it.
Well, it's the bees, Earl. That's the fun part. You're getting bees if you're using the vacuum. That's what I like.
Then I have to go somewhere. I don't want to go nowhere.
I don't mind once in a while.
Well, on the easy stuff, like when you have the swarm right there, just on the bottom of it.
High level limb.
Yeah, you
Just easy.
do it like that, but don't get back into that cutout work, then that's where your work's gonna come in, doing all that stuff using that puppy. But
we don't have a lot of bees in my area, really. It wouldn't do me to buy one because would only use it once a year. I ain't lost enough bees yet to start catching swarms. Yeah, I'll put enough back in the woods. Eventually, I'll start catching them.
There you go.
I figured y'all. We were talking. I think I was talking to Spanky not too long ago, a month or two ago, and he was kind of saying that with Earl bringing this up, that there's not really a whole lot of bee population up and around. But I figured y'all being up there in them mountains and stuff, y'all would have kind of like the population you know we would have in a sense.
Mm-hmm. I know you think.
I've only ever heard of one bee swarm that moved into a building around here.
Really?
We find more in the woods, you know, because we got a lot of big oak trees and a lot of big beech trees that they get old and they get cavernous, and you know the bees and the animals, they tend to use them pretty heavy. I've even seen them big old woodpeckers come up here from down y'all's way and utilize some of them.
Go Indian hen.
I was talking about them today. I don't think that's a technical term for it. That's just all we better call them.
The pileated woodpecker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the pileated, and then that ivory bill they say is extinct, but it ain't extinct. I've seen it. Well, believe it or not.
Really? We was literally just talking
we
about
have them up here. I wrote that one bunch of people down there and told them that we had them up here, and they called me a liar. But I said okay, and never said no more about it. But I seen the first one when I was a little boy squirrel hunting, and I seen my last one on that last strip job I was on. We was over there reclaiming, and I saw one over there, and there's no mistaking them. They're huge. I mean, when you see them, you're like, yeah, look at that thing. Big old chicken. They're huge. I've even looked it up. They say people used to call them the oh my God bird because when you see it, you're like, oh my God, you know? And you do. They're huge. You don't mistake it for pileated. They're big time different.
You don't want him tapping on the top of your head, I'll tell you that.
Well, I reckon not. I wouldn't want a little one tapping on the top of my head.
I had one of them little ones moved in on the corner of the house down there where I lived in Clinchco by the river down there where Mommy lived. And buddy, it like it drove my wife crazy. Oh, hey. I said, leave that thing alone. He's getting the buzz, honey.
Yeah. Well, I say, especially if you got cedar, but Lord, they'll tear that cedar up too. But all they trying to do is get in there to get them old beetles out of that stuff.
Had that 100-year-old original wood they cut back when that house was built 100 years ago, and it was wrapped in that old tar paper. It looked like bricks. If you stood way away, you'd say it's a brick house, but closer you get, you realize it is not. Just no tar paper. But I don't live there no more. That's where I used to live.
Is the ivory bill different from the pileated?
They're the same bird, but the bill is different. You have like a regular creamy looking color, I guess. Then you have the actual ivory bill, which they say is extinct. But you know, I've heard of them being down in Louisiana, Mississippi too. People seeing them, but you got to be.
It makes sense to me because my rivers dump into the Mississippi. I mean, if they're following the waterway, they're going to come right up this way. I think that's what they do. Not in great numbers, but I have seen, like I say, twice I've seen, and it's big old bird. It's actually the bird they modeled Woody Woodpecker after. What they say.
Hey, that joker's probably almost a 1.5 feet tall by the time you get done from the top of his crown to them tail feathers.
Okay, Howland and
Yeah,
Mr. Russell, thank y'all.
Oh, it's a wild thing to see. You kind of shocks you. I mean, it's a giant
Mhm.
woodpecker when they're full grown and big. I mean, you're like, yeah, you can eat that maybe.
I don't know if
Better
I'd
not
tackle
though.
one of them.
Well,
I
then
tell you,
when
the
you
best
get
thing to do
one
if you call somebody and you tell them you know of something that's extinct or around, and they tell you no, that can't be, say, well, can I shoot it? Well, now don't shoot it when it ain't real.
yeah,
Let me shoot it.
Yeah.
Then they was, oh man, they was on to me then talking about you would kill it. I thought, no, I wouldn't kill it. I'm just saying, it's just like you can say that Bigfoot is out in the woods, and they'll say, no, there ain't no such thing. And you say, well, there's mountain lions out here in the woods. They say, no, there ain't no such thing. But mentioning shooting one. Say, well,
Mhm.
next time I see one, can I kill it? Oh no, you better not shoot that mountain lion.
well, I'll give you the proof.
Mhm. Yeah.
I got me one.
Mike said I think they taste like eagles.
That's what I wish I could see the show, but I didn't want to mess up the way it goes, so I just X'd out of YouTube and went straight into the stream chat.
Oh.
You got everybody's chatting about the woodpecker right now.
Mhm.
Richard said they have one in their
Were they on that
neighborhood.
ivory bill?
I think they're just talking about the pileated woodpeckers. But Mr. Roy was saying he has them in northern Michigan. But then Richard was saying a woodpecker in their neighborhood was made the news for breaking car mirrors.
Yeah. That'd be the funniest
That's
thing ever,
wild.
wouldn't it? Unless it was your car
Wild.
mirror.
He's a destructive little critter.
Yeah, just slightly.
Hey y'all, I just want to jump on here and say hi for just a few minutes and touch base with you. And I'll jump off here, not aggravating no whole lot.
You aggravate, girl. You help and give us somebody to talk to.
Now, if you got talking in mind, I'm pretty good at it.
Well, keep on then, because I got to get up for just a minute. You can keep Tim company.
All righty. I seen them baby puppies. I got a pit bull in every room up here.
Right, yeah.
We got 3 big pit bulls in the house.
We got the one. Well, the mama,
Yeah.
she's a terrier bull of some sort, but we finally kind of figured out what old Jasper there was. But we fit to be the same
What
way.
exactly is he?
We finally figured out
Do what?
he is a Dogo Argentina, and apparently the short version of it was back in old timey days, Argentinians come up with their own kind of breed of hunting dog. And what we was reading that this particular breed was outlawed in the U.S. for a long time, but I guess they got over all of it, and that's what we found out. Jasper ended up.
No doubt.
We're pretty sure what he is. But yeah, our house will fit to be the same way, I guess, with 2 more. But
no doubt. I love them, man. I can't help it. I love them. And they keep people away really good. You're like, man, you got a house full of dogs. People's like, I don't want to go up there.
yeah, that's it. That's what I want too, for the most part. You know what I mean?
And if I really don't want them around, I won't even put them up. I'll just be like, sorry about the dogs.
yeah, you know they ain't gonna stay long if them dogs ain't put up, unless they're a dog person.
When they're over there trying to wipe a hair off their britches and get him off their feet and stuff, because my dogs are going to bully you till you pet them. They're going to lick you to death or something, because they just absolutely love attention, don't they? I mean, all them pit bull breeds and bulldog breeds, they love attention, don't they?
Oh yeah, love me. That's all they want. But you sure ain't got to worry about when no stranger coming around.
Oh no, no, I don't. I don't have to worry about nobody waking me up or coming in my room.
Yeah.
She won't let them.
Nothing else, thank goodness that's your first line of defense, because they're going to let you know something's out there then, instead of somebody.
Well, they got to get through Tank, Abraham, and then if they make it to my bedroom, they'll have to deal with Becky and me. Most people don't even want to come that far. Not even family.
Not even family.
Heck yeah, man. It's good to see y'all again. I can't wait till we meet up here for too long.
Well, I guess we'll go ahead and let the little cat out the bag on some of that.
If you want to, but I'm sure hoping y'all gonna stay a day or two with us.
Yeah, we'll get down there. Hang out with y'all. You said it's gonna be next month, right?
Yeah, you ain't gonna need no money.
Oh no, we'll treat you. We'll
see about that. You'll be like, I got it, and then I'll be like, I got it, and then I got it. But we'll get it.
We'll take you to the same eating joint, especially since y'all gonna be down Fort Morgan right there, at where we met Mr. Russell Koopman whenever they come down a few months ago.
No doubt.
Get y'all some fine Gulf seafood. Now that it's come out the Gulf. This ain't nothing that's been shipped across the pond, anything like that. What this restaurant brings in, it comes in from local shrimpers and fishermen and all that. And yes, sir, we'll get
my wife and kids are gonna love you.
Well, it'll be anything between whatever y'all want, from gumbo to fried oysters to shrimp to flounder, but just about any kind of fish you'd like to have that comes out that Gulf. That is a good.
You're gonna hate me when I tell you the truth about me, and that's that I'm an anti-pescatarian. I don't eat a thing comes out of that ocean, but my wife and kids love it.
Ooh, there's some good food in there, but we get you on. They got a good. Let's see, Mr. Russell had their red beans and rice. They got a good red beans and rice in there. Yeah, be honest, Miss Koopman, she didn't care for it too much. But if you like red beans and rice and sausage, they got a good run of it in there, and plenty of other things. Oh yeah,
I'm hillbilly. You know I love me some beans and rice and taters.
Hang on, or your audio was cutting out real bad. Say that again.
I say, hillbillies are real into that beans, rice, and taters.
Hang on just a second, Earl. That audio is cutting out bad for some reason.
I think he's saying that red beans and rice. Red beans and rice is good.
Oh, I'm sorry, Earl. It was cutting out. I couldn't understand you.
I might have it too loud. Let me try to turn it down.
Yeah, let me switch the audio.
Second. Let him hit a button, Earl. And Mr. Dan, we were talking about fried okra.
How about that?
Good. Fried okra's good too. Oh yeah.
Much better. There we go.
Hey, I'll eat about anything that grows and runs on land. Just when it gets in that water, unless it's a bluegill or a how do you say it? Crappie, panfish. No, I love them.
Mm-hmm. Eat catfish?
Oh yeah, I'll eat catfish.
Okay.
Sure enough.
Have to get for Bruce Max, see if he's got any crappie in the freezer from this year.
I got some catfish in the freezer from 2 weeks ago.
Well, there we go. Well, hold on to some catfish for you. We'll see about getting you some crappie too.
Absolutely. Yeah, because Bruce was going The day he dropped me off the catfish, him and Miss Nellie was leaving on a 2-week crappie fishing trip.
That man's got crappie. We'll see what we can do.
There you go.
It'd be awesome if y'all could meet them, Earl. You'd love him to death.
Who's that?
He's an old family friend. You know, there's a couple of videos we've done we call it our little spot at the river.
Yeah.
But we're always saying it's our family's hunting camp. But him and my daddy went to school together, like starting from elementary school. So he's kind of like an extra uncle in our family, I guess. He's just always been around. He's just a loving Christian man. Like he don't meet a stranger. He can talk fishing and hunting all day long with you. He's just good people.
When I'm bipolar schizophrenic, I ain't got no problem liking people. It's usually them liking me back. It's hard to deal with.
He ain't got no trouble loving. I've never seen that man meet anybody he didn't love instantly, like ever.
But he just
He don't
Just good
care
people.
what you look like, where you come from, or how you treat him. He'll still hug your neck and tell you he loves you when he goes to
Me too.
leave. It don't matter if you just cursed him out. He will hug
That's the
your
way of
neck
me.
and tell you he loves you.
That's my
He's
kind of
just
people.
good people. Yeah,
That's how I like
we
people
like
right
having
there.
him around. And his wife's the same way. She was worked at the elementary school for a lot of years. She retired from there. They're just they got hearts the size of Texas, kind of thing. Like y'all love them.
Where you meet all my youngins? There's some, yeah. And then my nephew, he'll be coming with me. He's 14 years old, and
Mhm.
he's taller than me, and he's bigger than me.
Your son,
My nephew.
your
nephew.
nephew. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, I used to be the tallest in the family, but at 14, he took it from me.
And you're
I did
over
get some
6
hand-me-down.
foot, right?
I'm 6'3.5" barefooted. Wore
Mhm.
14 shoes, and I got me some new ones because he handed them down to me because he went up to a 15, can't wear them no more. So I got his hand-me-downs. I feel a little weird about that.
Ooh,
Not well.
how in the world does Mama afford to feed that boy?
I'm
That's
telling you, she'll be
wonderful.
coming with us. You can ask her.
Yeah,
Okay.
good to see y'all bringing most of the family then. That's
She's got a little money.
awesome.
My sister-in-law, she got a little money.
Oh,
She got rid of my brother, so she's all right. But
well, I'm looking forward to it.
I put some pictures of my boys and their prom dates up on my post. Y'all want to see what they look like in their prom dates? You have to click on it because it's got their heads cut off. But when you click on it, it'll pop right in there and you can see them. To me, they look like movie stars dating supermodels. It blows me away. But y'all check them out and see what
We will.
That's it. Go get them, boys.
Yep.
Just make sure it's
It
a
was
good one
awesome.
before you put a ring on.
Don't even talk none of that mess.
That's what I'm thinking.
They'll go to prom and out on dates with them, but I've told them all women are evil. I mean,
They can cause you to get into a bind from time to time.
They all
I'm
have
joking.
the potential.
I'm joking. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't mean that,
I
man.
completely agree with that, Earl.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get smacked when you see me.
No, I'm not gonna smack you.
I'm a big old dude, but I'm the kind of runs off and cry when a woman hits me. I won't hit back. I'll take off running from you.
Look,
You
from
won't
the
be able to catch
sound of it, I'd have to jump off a step stool to smack you anyway.
I'm
Get
telling
you a
you,
trampoline and get up there too.
I
Yeah.
got me one of them redneck fishing hooks, and I had to put it on the bottom of the hat because nobody could see it on top. I first put it on the top and nobody could see it. I was like, "What is that?" And I've turned it around. And now everybody can see it.
There you go. I ain't seen one of them in a while. My brothers used to wear them.
Earl, we may have missed it a minute ago in the chat, but Minnesota Mike's wanting to know, are you swarm trapping?
Swarms. I
Are
don't
you
let my
catch?
bees swarm.
You don't
No,
ever
I don't
put
catch 'em
pests
either.
on it.
That's right up there. Catching swarms is just like getting a bee vac. That's more work and more bees. I just need a few. I don't have no help. It's just me, and I'm old and cripplicated. My brother can do what I got. And I just got 4 up here and 2 down Clinchco. That's all I can handle. I mean, if it gets to where it's a job, then I can't stand it.
It ain't no fun then.
Mm-mm.
And I think if we're going back, I guess to Minnesota Mike's question, you were saying that there's really, you don't see a whole bunch of swarms up there anyhow.
No.
I
No,
guess
we
to
just don't have the
justify.
bees.
Yeah.
We
That's
just don't
just
have the
mind
population.
blowing. That's
It's weird.
mind blowing to me.
Just to hear all these other people, talking about cutouts and cutouts and cutouts. The only thing I hear about here is when a logger calls and says, we found some in a tree. You
Yeah.
go get that tree. But as far as cutouts, you go broke trying to do them around here. You wouldn't. You're just not that much.
But
I've never.
how far are you from Ricky? Like, are
Ricky.
y'all on opposite ends of the state?
Ricky Rourke, horizontal beavers.
He's about 3.5, 4 hours away from me if I wanted to go see him.
Okay.
I'm on the main end of Virginia that kisses Kentucky. It looks like a dinosaur laying down, and at the head of that dinosaur is Dickinson and Buchanan County, and I'm in the Dickinson County right there. And we butt up at the Breaks Interstate Park. It's the Virginia-Kentucky Breaks Interstate Park. It's the biggest canyon east of the Mississippi.
Oh.
It's beautiful.
You have to bring some pictures when you come.
I'll take some pictures and put them on. I've been thinking about going over there and doing it. That's my favorite hangar. I go in the back side of the breaks where people don't go, but I get over in the front side of it some too.
Okay.
I think I live in paradise.
It sounds like it.
Is that some of that country that whenever Houston and Johnny come to see you was taking them around and showing them all that up there?
Yes, sir. I sure did. Yeah, they loved it too. It was I tried to take them to a few places, not just one, but it was hard to cram it all in. But I took them to some pretty beautiful spots. All our rivers are clear, and we've got like 5 rivers. We've got John Flanagan Dam, which is a big lake area. That's 5 minutes that way. And the Breaks Interstate Park is about 15, 20 minutes from here if you go in the way everybody else goes. But if you go in the backside, I can be there in 10 minutes.
Oh, wow. You're close.
We wouldn't know what to do if we could see through. Through the Clearwater, because all our the majority of the creeks and rivers around here is just tanning. And but if you get a foot deep,
you can't see the bottom. You can't see nothing.
I lived down in Wilmington, North Carolina for a while as a boy. I went to school down there, and the Cape Fear was exactly such a river. Just old black water, and you didn't know if there was anything in it till you jumped in and it popped up beside you.
Yeah.
You let the crazy one go in first to clear the waters. That way,
always.
If they survived, you knew you could go in after them.
Yeah. Hey, Earl, Mr. Dan was asking, are you at the Gap?
There's the Cumberland Gap, which is the most known break in the Appalachian Mountains that people go through. But the Breaks Interstate Park is another break in the mountain where the Russell Fork meets the Lavasa, and they flow down into the Big Sandy, which flows into the Ohio, which flows into Mississippi, which comes down Y'all's way. So, I'm about a couple hours north of Cumberland Gap. And if you can
Okay.
see where Grundy and Hayside is in Virginia, then Elkhorn, Kentucky. Actually, we're so close to Kentucky. That's where my wife works in Pikeville, Kentucky. She's a nurse down there.
Oh, okay.
I can be in Pikeville, Kentucky just as fast as I can be in Bristol, Virginia, Bristol, Tennessee, where my grandson lives.
Okay.
Kind of about like us with Mississippi and Florida.
Yeah.
Either direction you go, we can be in Florida in an hour, or Mississippi. Yeah.
Lord of mercy, I would aggravate Bob, Benny, and Seth to death if I could live that close to them.
Yeah.
I would. I'd be over there all the time.
It's going to take us, believe it or not, it would take us longer to drive from our house down to the Gulf than it would to drive to Mississippi or Florida.
Mm-hmm. I guess we could probably be in Pensacola about 30 minutes quicker and we could be at the goal.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Well, it sounds like y'all live in the place that you love to be, and that's the same way with me. I'll leave and come visit other places, but I got to come back up here and find in these mountains.
It's in your blood.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
It's why I made my channel Hillbilly Earl. When all my friends and family calls me Casey, you'll learn that when it comes down. You know, I just played on Hillbilly Earl as this, you know, so I could. And then I fell in love with it. Now I'm trying to make everybody call me that, but they won't. They just keep calling me Casey.
Yeah. Family's the hardest ones to change, Earl. Hey, Stone River was asking, are you familiar with Saltville, Virginia? Said he has family there.
I do too. That's where a lot of my cousins and my nephew and his family lives out there in Saltville, next to the river.
Mm-hmm.
They live out there on what they call River Road in Saltville, and work out there at that salt mines. My brother's boy, Devin Dooley, does. He's got 2 kids. They live out there. My cousins on my mom's side, I have several of them that live out there. I don't go out there a lot, but that's beautiful country out there. Totally different world than where I live. They're more into that Piedmont type rock structure, and up here we're in the Pennsylvanian sandstone. It's the most oldest rock on Earth. It was formed during Pangea.
Mm-hmm. Is that anything like our sandstone?
Nothing like ours. Ours is frail and brittle compared to what they have up there.
You can make an axe handle with ours.
Really?
It ain't as hard as limestone, but it's pretty close.
Wow.
Now, our sandstone, you can take a chunk of it for the most part, and if you hit it on something solid, it's going to
just crumble.
Yeah, bust up to nothing.
Down in the breaks where I was telling you about, I got a catfishing hole. When you go down there, the cliffs behind you are 150, 200 feet tall, and on the other side of the river, they're 300, 400 feet tall. If you try to look at it in Google Earth, it won't let you see it. It just shadows it out.
Huh.
It's a pretty cool place. You can catch catfish and trout as long as you lag.
Catfish and trout?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Minnesota Mike wanting to know if you happen to know your elevation.
Where I'm at here on the mountain, Hayside Mountain they call it. We're on top of the mountain here in Hayside, which is average 15, 16. But the mountain I'm looking at, it has peaks of 1,900 to up to 2,000 feet. But if you go the next county over to Wise County, the town of Wise sits at 2,000 feet. But we're right in that perfect, what they call Sarwood range, you know, that
Mhm.
14 to 1600 foot area. But
Mhm.
drive 2 minutes that way and that all changes. You know, it's crazy around here. This mountain,
Wow.
the behind me, the tulip poplar completely bloom out. The tulips fall off and they quit. Then on the mountain this side, then they bloom out and start, and then they quit. And I get two seasons of tulip poplar just because on the other side of the mountain it starts later.
That's just wild.
It is weird. You can drive around and there's people grows different things all over the place. When you ride motorcycles and you lay back going around, you can hit these different hollers, and it's a difference of 20 degrees, just place to places. It varies a lot. I can go down Mommy's. Sun might come up about 10, go down about 3:30 or 4. But up here, I get all the daylight. So they don't do that around me. But Mom will be in there building the floor code, and I'll be out there weed eating. It's weird.
Wow.
One new day, we're gonna get up there and see all that country.
That's something.
Leave Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, all of it up
I
there.
don't have any memories of seeing mountains like that.
Yeah, we're pretty blessed here in Dixon County. I think we don't have the tallest mountains of the counties around us, but you jump over into Kentucky and Black Mountain, it's over 5,000 foot in elevation.
Mhm.
Highest peak in Virginia, Mount Rogers, is like 4,000 some feet.
Mhm.
That's down there next to Grayson County, closer to Ricky.
Yeah, and we sat at a whopping 300 feet above sea level.
Yep.
There ain't nothing
That's
wrong with that.
wild.
I'd be scared to death thinking I was gonna get flooded, but ain't nothing wrong with it. People live like that.
We're actually, we're on just about the highest ground in the county we live in. Like it's wild. The
Everybody
differences.
won't come see you when it floods.
Yeah.
Everyone come stay at your place.
Where the old place is, or the old place we always talk about, Hannah's grandma's up there, when it's only about 10 minutes north of us here.
Mhm.
We're, I guess to be exact, here at the house, we're about 280 feet above sea level. But you get up to her grandma's house,
And it's
and
40.
yeah, 340, 360 or something like that.
Mhm.
But at that point there, that is the highest point of elevation for coastal counties from Texas to Maine.
I think the Virginia Kentucky state line overlook in the Breaks Park is 1,900 feet, and there's only one peak that I know of that goes up to 2,100 feet, and that's Skaggs Peak.
Mhm.
Skaggs, Ho and Skaggs. That's where I stay. That's my stomping grounds.
Yeah.
More caves than you can explore and climb in. More places to fish, hunt.
Mhm.
It's everything to me. It kind of looks like Ireland.
It looks like what?
Ireland.
Kind of looks like Ireland, which
Oh
I guess is
wow.
why so many of us Irish people live around here. Maybe
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
just
only
know,
part Irish.
whenever y'all get down here to the Gulf of America, uh, y'all will be a whopping 7 feet above sea level. So, Earl, you can put your hand in the air and you will be well above sea level.
Yeah.
I'll be running around crying, scared I'm gonna get flooded away and the sharks eat me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody give me some high ground somewhere.
Most time they only bite you once, then they'll leave you alone.
When I lived down in Wilmington, we swam a lot in that North Carolina coast, and none of them bit me, so I must not taste good. I may be all right. But I ain't big on just jumping out there and finding out either. I watch everybody else, like you say. I know it's mean, but I do. I watch them and I see, and if none of them are going down screaming, then I might ease out there a little bit.
Nah, your biggest worry down here is rip currents, number one, and number two, jellyfish. That's about the worst you got to worry about for the most part. Now, there, you will, hear of people getting shark bit or seeing the sharks not too far from the shoreline, but it ain't a real common occurrence at all.
Boy,
I've
wouldn't
lived
I look
out here
funny?
my whole
Running
life.
out there with my gun. Boom, boom, there's a shark. Boom.
They don't look real highly if it's something like that down here.
I'll help you out.
Red from take my old 94 30 away from me.
Yeah, he's from the mountains. He don't know.
He don't know.
Around here, we're stupid. We run to the danger. Honestly, if my kids are out there, I'm going to be there.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
make sure
for
I go
sure.
first.
Yeah, just main thing is
Watch
watch
them
the-
flags.
yeah, the flags.
If they got them red flags up, that means there's a really high risk of a rip current out there, and you cannot see them things when you're in that water on top of them.
One
Especially
about broke
if
my
you're
back
looking
one
for
time.
them.
It slammed me down backwards. It did. The rip current did.
Oh, I
Louis
believe
Body
it.
did. And it threw me down on my face and pulled my feet over me backwards. And
Ooh,
I come out of the water crying, but swimming because I was scared too. But
mhm.
my stepdad was in the Marines, and he taught us how to go sideways and not, straight out and in to get out of them.
Yeah.
It still scares me to death.
Oh yeah, it's hard to think about that when you're in it.
Now you can get out there, and I don't advise swimming in high rip currents at all,
Mm-mm.
but you
No,
can.
I'm not.
I can point you out and show you, okay, this is what you need to look for, where the rip currents are, and how to visualize the bad areas. But for the most part, as long as y'all are down here during some pretty weather, and there ain't no,
Have no trouble.
yeah, I mean, it'll be low seas, as they call it, a foot or two, calm waters, and
Mhm.
yeah, y'all should be able to enjoy your
The only
time.
thing you'll have to fight then would be the people. But being out on Fort Morgan, there's usually way less people than like at the Gulf Shores public beach or whatever.
I just want a knee-deep spot where I can fish and watch everybody.
Yeah. I think y'all
And
like
keep
it
an eye
out
on
on
the
Fort
sharks.
Morgan. It's a lot more secluded out there than it is in Gulf Shores.
Yeah.
If I can't take 5 or 6 steps and be out of the water, yeah, I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
I've watched that shark stuff all week long. It's got me all tore all to pieces.
Oh, don't fret over them too much, because a lot of times, even like whenever, say, the news does something down here, and or a shark sighting was, that shark done swim past 100 people and they never even knew it.
See,
The
I know
only
that
time,
stuff, but it swims by me, and I'm gonna know it because I'll be looking for it. I ain't gonna be standing around the edges for a while.
just watch the bait fish. If you see the bait fish trying to get out, then you may want to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
If I see a fart bubble, I'm jumping out of that water.
We missed Rodney's little boy turned 3 last Sunday.
Oh,
I don't think
bud.
he made it in the chat last week. I think he was out on cutouts or something.
Well, Rodney, tell him we all said happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. God bless.
Even though we're late. Oh no, Clay.
Uh-oh.
We were
Well, I'm gonna jump off here so I can read a little bit of them posts and stuff. The old lady's wanting to come in here. She
Well,
fixed
thanks
to and
for
give me one of
coming
them
on,
shoe
Pearl.
places.
We sure
Hey, I
enjoyed
wouldn't
it.
rather be nowhere else. Y'all know I love y'all.
We
It's
love
on my
y'all.
heart.
It's good to see you
Hey,
though.
brothers and sisters in the Lord. We are.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And we sure look forward to June.
Yeah, we are. Give me
Me
a
too.
good excuse
But
to
now,
make sure
first
you
part of
got
June, I got to go to. First part of June, I got to go to Hotlanta. I got a Metallica ticket.
a Metallica ticket. Really?
Come on, I can't help it. I'm old school. You know,
No,
I'm gonna have to go see
it's
Metallica.
awesome. I didn't know they were even still doing concerts.
Yeah, we're going to Metallica, and then we're coming down y'all's way. I will take pictures.
We are looking forward to it, Earl. I second Mr.
looking
Dan.
forward
It was
to it,
really
too.
good to see him. I'll tell you what, though. You wanna, before we close, you want to say a prayer for Clay's daughter real quick?
Okay.
He said she's having complications.
Oh.
Please pray for her.
Steve, thank you much, brother, for the $10 there. We sure appreciate everybody who was somebody.
This has been hard.
Since there's a child, always has them at home. I'm not sure what's happening, but EMS, I think we sure will. Yeah, before we go, we're gonna pray for this woman real quick. Like we mentioned earlier, Clay was saying that they was expecting a grandbaby, and undoubtedly there's some complications possibly, and they're coming to get the mama with the ambulance. So we're gonna say a quick prayer, and we'll probably get on up out of here. I may tell my church story real quick to finish it off, but right now we will pray. Father in heaven, Lord, we do thank you for the time we have together. We thank you for all your many, many blessings, but we do come to you right now and ask you that you be with Clay and his family. Lift them up, Lord. Let this baby get here safe and do the same for the mama and allow them to go home in a few days with good, healthy lives. We do thank you, and we know you will deliver on things, that your will be done. We love you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we won't keep you no more. I'm sorry. I just wanted to pray for her real quick.
Yeah, that's what we do. We got to.
That's
You know,
it.
that's
Lord, I
that's
hope
what we fight
everything
against, the
goes
principles
good.
and the powers, ain't it?
But Clay, I know y'all gonna have a lot going on, but if you get a minute, we'd love to hear how things go with
Look, Clay, shoot me an email.
You're not. You're typing up there. I'll put it in.
Put it in the chat. Shoot me an email, and I'll give you my cell phone number, brother, and that way you can shoot me a text, and when you have time, just give us an update in the next day or two, and that way we know how things are going.
I don't know her, but I'm gonna be worried about y'all.
Yeah.
Ashley's her name. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna make a note of that in the prayer book. I know Jesus knows who we're talking about, but it helps me keep them straight in my head.
I'm glad to see y'all still carrying on doing what you're doing. It's a much needed thing, and I love that you two are filling that void and keeping it going the way you're going. And I especially love how many people just have flocked to you. A lot of channels you watch, you see people, and then you see new people, and the old people disappear. And you know, but not here. You got the old people, got the new people coming in. There's people saying hi to you. I don't know who they are, but hey, you know, hi to you. I love you all. I feel good. I can't say hi to enough people. It bothers my heart if I can't. I feel like I'm snobbing somebody, and I ain't that dude, you know. So that's why I want to say hi to everybody, and I love you. And I'm just stupid.
We all know you ain't snobby, Earl. We all know you ain't snobby at all.
No, Oh, I'll aggravate you dead if you let me.
But I mean, honestly, though, like, if we quit praying for each other and supporting each other, then what else you got?
Fall apart.
Nothing. Just that's our life. It ain't just on camera. I promise you that. That really is our life.
Just like we've had the conversation a time or two, and I'd come on here and do these beekeeping live chats if there was 2 or 200 in here. But either way, we're going to talk about the Lord somewhere in our conversation, because that's just how I said we're going to do things in the beginning. That
There's always
at
going to be
Gunman-
2 or more here, and therefore you're always going to have God in the middle of it. And that's about the only way I know of. We as a church, you know what I mean? Together or having a church, because God says He doesn't dwell in houses built by human hands. I mean, we are the temple. It's in us, and it's through us gathering together that church happens.
I was gonna say, what would that church building mean without people?
My audio just went down. My bad.
Yeah. Battery's low.
Oh no. I hope his computer ain't going dead.
Mm-mm.
Got this stupid projector that shows the video on the ceiling, so when I want to lay down, I just look up at it, and it took over my sound somehow. I don't know how it done that. Boys, can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good now.
Tell y'all good people, you should have kicked me out of here hours ago.
Why would we do that?
No.
You probably lost half your viewers. I can't see, but probably went down at least 10.
No, we lost no viewers.
It's the same bunch in here, always riding it out with us to the end. And we appreciate every one of you.
Yeah,
But,
everyone.
But yeah,
Well, I seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
My bad. Y'all go ahead. I'm sorry.
He was going to derail it. So if you got something bee related, bring it on.
Well, I've told everything I know. It only took me 5 minutes.
Yeah. He was going to tell his story, how he started some drama at church today.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to be quiet for. I was waiting for that church story he supposed to tell.
Oh, it's coming. I could not believe he said this.
I didn't think
he was joking, but y'all see his face and how serious he looks all the
time.
Yeah, he got the same look if he's mad or happy, don't he?
I know it.
Well,
looks just like that one boy of mine. I swear he does.
I wasn't meaning to try to cause no fuss, but figured just a laugh before we went because Mr. Donnie, and y'all remember Mr. Donnie, but his sister goes to church with us as well, and them two are definitely brother and sister. Even though they're into their 70s, both of them are still.
She's almost 80. They're 10 years apart because he's turning 70 this year.
That's right.
So she just turned 80.
Still very much siblings, kind of thing. And well, they kind of still get at each other, this and that. But Miss Betty come in and she asked Mr. Donnie. We had fellowship dinner at church today. And after we was getting ready to clean everything up, Miss Betty come up to Mr. Donnie and asked him, said, "Did you get my Bible off the church pew?
Did you go look for my Bible?"
Yeah, did you go look for my Bible? And did you see my cell phone? Well, Mr. Donnie kind of had his back turned and there was a split second of silence. And I jumped in real quick and I looked at her and I said, "Miss Betty, Mr. Donnie ain't went and looked for your Bible or cell phone." And I just left it at that. And well, about that time, Mr. Donnie turns around and looks and has like a guilty look on his face, but he's trying to process between what Miss Betty said and what I just said. But she took his look as he didn't go, which he did go check. But she took it as Donnie did. Tim's right.
Typical little brother.
Yeah, he didn't go. And Bubba,
I seen his face when you said that he was guilty.
That's what I'm talking, because Mr. Donnie's going, I don't know why she got mad. I was like, she took that, what you call look of amazement at what Tim said for I'm busted. I didn't do what my sister told me to do.
But DC, it's funny you say that, because DC said you threw the old guy under the bus. Because Mr. Donnie
Sounds
said
like
you
one of them jokes I tell that only I get.
That's exactly what happened, Earl. She did not have a clue he was joking, and he has dug Mr. Donnie into a hole.
Mr. Donnie told me earlier, DC, he said, you threw me under the bus and put that thing in reverse and run me back over.
But what got
Oh, my
me
Lord.
was Mr. Donnie sitting here in our living room laughing his tail off, talking about, as soon as them words left your lips, that look of amazement on my face was going, God, Tim, you really just said that? And then he thought it was funny and was like, here we go. I was going, my
Her and my
God.
wife's going to pile up on us, Tim. We're going to get, I know what's going to happen already. We're going to have to go fishing together and get away from them. Or we won't hear the
Uh-uh.
end of it.
And she'll
They're
probably be
going to
glad.
gang up on us.
Nah, we won't gang up on y'all.
She'll be like, I
I
need a
done know
break
you
from
will.
all this nonsense.
Yeah. Yeah. I love you. I don't need a break from you. If I needed a
That's what I
break,
tell
I'd
my
been
wife
done
all the
put me a
time.
break. Do what?
I tell my wife that stuff all the time, but she looks at me like she don't believe me.
He
But
does
I mean,
too.
I do.
And so I'm
I
thinking,
tell her
my
all the time I
goodness.
can't live without her.
Mm-hmm.
Can't breathe without her.
I mean, we ain't spent. I could probably count on one hand how many days we've spent apart in the last 15 years. Literally.
Amen.
Not
I
many
admire
at
that about
all.
you too. You got each other and it's y'all against the world.
Because
Mhm.
every time she's been in the hospital and had to stay for a week or two, I'd camp out at the hospital. And every time I was in the hospital, she'd camp out down there with me. And just vice versa. And,
He never left me alone before.
but
It's nice though.
it is funny because if we are seen without one another, everybody's like, well,
What's
What's going on?
wrong?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they think one of us is sick. It's never
Yeah.
even a thought. Y'all have a fight. Y'all ain't talking. It should no. They automatically go to one of y'all sick. Where's the other one? But it's good
That is
though. I'm
awesome.
grateful for it. I know a lot of people that don't have what we have.
it's blessed. It's just
I go
all
on and
what you
stuff,
do
but
make of it.
Mm-hmm.
I still
That's
open the
it.
car door, hold her hand, run behind her, open the doors, won't let her touch nothing. I know we're not supposed to do that this day and time, but I still do those weird things.
I do
Mhm.
the same thing.
Hey, there ain't
Same
nobody out
thing.
there gonna spoil my woman like me. I'm gonna run her. She won't be able to go nowhere else.
That's
She'll be like, well, I
it.
gotta open my door.
No, he is a gentleman.
I
What?
was gonna say I'll open the door and hold it for any woman,
Mm-hmm.
young, old, in between, whatever the case may be. I'm gonna hold that door for a woman. My wife, if she's in front of me, yes, she's gonna go first because I'm holding the door for her. But if there's a woman coming in behind me, absolutely, I'm gonna hold that door for the woman, allow her to get in too as well. Now,
Yep.
if you're one of these women that think you're a man, you're going to hold the door yourself. That's the way I look at it. And we'll just go on from that. But
Yeah.
a genuine woman, absolutely. Unless you just got a bad attitude, then I'll let you get the door yourself. But
A lot of women these days, that like women, like maybe my age and younger, they it's like they don't feel the need to at least say thank you, and that does kind of rub me wrong. Like a lot of girls nowadays are not taught to, I guess, kind of graciously maybe receive that from a gentleman.
I mean, down
Her
here,
bed is turned down, and when she gets in here, I will tuck her in like I do every night.
Yeah, that's sweet, Earl.
I tell people all the time, I mean, why would I not? I mean, my wife, she don't open doors. She don't put her seatbelt on. She don't have to do any of that. That's what I'm for. I'll make them people that say they don't want it, they wish they had it.
I do grab your
Go
seatbelt
out of
and
my way
pull
to
up.
do it. knocking, telling me to get off here, y'all. I love you, but I love her more. She will kill me.
Go for it, Earl. It was good to
afraid of
see you.
Not gonna
Wish
lie,
we
I'm
could
scared
sign off too.
of
Yeah.
you. I appreciate y'all having me on here so much. It's been absolutely awesome.
Yeah, anytime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'll see you
I think
real
everybody
soon.
enjoyed seeing you.
Yes, sir.
We gonna
Y'all
have
take
fun.
care. All
We
right.
gonna have
Y'all take
fun. We
care.
gonna eat good.
Yeah,
we
we
gonna make
are.
money later.
We are.
All right, y'all. I'm jumping off here. I love everybody and God bless you.
God bless you, Earl. Take care.
I got to, or she'll beat me up.
Oh no.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
DC said Hannah and Tim are old school, but Tim spent much of that old school time in the principal's office.
I did spend my fair share of time in the principal's office from time to time. Quite often the time.
I did too, but it doesn't count because I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
I lived with the principal. There wasn't no getting away with nothing at all. DC, that's an excellent question, though. Maybe Tim would like to close out the live tonight with an answer to that one.
Well, then,
How's the dishwasher, Hannah?
God bless you. Lord willing, we'll see y'all on the next
You see
one.
them fingers, DC? They ain't pruny a bit. He's been slacking. I washed 2 whole sinkfuls of dishes this morning, cooking, take dinner to church.
Hey, I did wash some a week ago.
Mm-hmm. I will give him that. I will. Because I didn't even mean for him to go wash dishes, but I felt terrible. And I come in and hit this recliner, and I was literally, I didn't even open my eyes when I said it. I was joking with him. Like, hey, there's a whole sink full of dishes over there screaming your name, honey. And I'll be dog. I went and took a shower, and he had washed every one of those dishes.
Well, I thought to myself, I better get on this because my dishwasher's out of order right now.
Yeah. That's what he really thinks of me.
I love it.
Whatever. I love you too. I'd hate to see how you treated me if you didn't. But yeah, we went over tonight, y'all.
We did. But
It
it's
was
good.
fun though.
Yeah, appreciate Carl, Brian
I
coming
know
in
it's
and
good to
showing
see them youngins.
the
I
deal
love
there.
Haley's little robot.
Yeah. And Earl coming in and visiting with us. We appreciate everybody dropping by and hope you got something out of it.
Lots of excitement tonight.
If not, hopefully you got a laugh somewhere along the line. And
if you didn't get a laugh somewhere, you just don't want to laugh.
But
fun times.
Until the next one, y'all. God bless you. And Lord willing, we will see y'all on the next one.
Yeah, I hope y'all have a good week. Oh, isn't next week Mother's Day?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure next Sunday is Mother's Day, y'all. So we may not go live. We usually take Mother's Day off. So y'all go see your mamas and give her a big old hug. Spend some time with her.
Yeah, but if it's not, then we'll be back on. But if Mother's Day coming up this month, whenever it is, we most likely, yeah.
Todd, you're late, so I'll forget that comment.
Look at where's he at?
Walmart cameras rule. He just came in.
He been saving it to the end. He been in there cooking enchiladas or something.
Okay, yeah. Mr. Dan said next week is Mother's Day. Yeah, so y'all don't look for us, but I hope every one of you ladies has just the most blessed Mother's Day you could possibly have with your families.
Yeah, we appreciate you women.
Yeah, we do. All of you.
Even all the hard driving I do on y'all. It's out of love. And I mean that.
Yeah. All right, y'all take care.
I'll take care.
Well, guess that's it for today. See you next time at Gunline Bees.